The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning
Alive,
for the
sir.
following areas.
Sir, we're live. Sir!
The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for the following areas.
It's not that fucking interesting.
Uh-oh.
It should be called Wayne Manor.
Oh, that ain't good. That ain't good worth a dang.
Those living in the affected areas are advised to evacuate.
What? Tornado. There's a tornado coming. Who gives a shit, man? That happens all the fucking time. Well, we can't just stand around here. We gotta do something. Review Twister. Just want to remind you, you are upstairs. We have Twister.
Ride in the storm out. Ride in the storm out. Ride in the storm out. Ride there. Ride there. Ride the storm
Twister's a film audiences mock nowadays for its bad dialogue.
It's coming! It's headed right for us! It's already here.
Film flubs. And completely impossible scenarios. Is Twister really the disaster that people say it is? Well, let's find out. So the film begins with Bill tracking down his ex-wife and bringing her some divorce papers. And this is the scene where we meet all the tornado chasers.
Didn't they all have like cool nicknames too? I'm trying to remember. Oh, why wouldn't they? All right, we had Preacher. Thank you. We had Preacher. We had Belzer. We had Rabbit. I think that's about it. Douche. You had the executive producer.
Well, I mean, what do you want? People have nicknames. Nicknames are a quick, easy way to add depth to a character we'll never really get to know.
Nicky Eyes.
What's up, guy?
And Mikey Franchese.
That guy, yeah, I want to see him.
And Jimmy Two Times, who got that nickname because he said everything twice, like...
I'm gonna go get the papers,
And in the case of Twister, there are a lot of these tornado chaser people that seem a little pointless. Like Roach from People Under the Stairs. Why does his character exist in this movie? What is his job in this crew? In fact, all of these storm chasers, with the exception of Joe and Bill, never get near the tornadoes.
You can really feel it with a telephoto lens! No!
It's like the characters know how expendable they are, so they just avoid the tornadoes altogether.
Dude, he's gonna rue the day. He's gonna rue the day he came up against the extreme, baby.
Yeah.
Amen, man.
Bill, I'm talking imminent ruinage. Imminent ruinage.
I was just wondering, why do you call Billy the extreme?
Because Billy is the extreme.
Bill's the most out-of-control son of a bitch in the game.
I don't believe that was real dialogue. Isn't that amazing, Jimmy? It's not an outtake or anything. Our staff did that.
Yeah, some of these lines are pretty cringy, but I can accept some of them. Just like I accept this gibberish here.
Excellent. Joe, we got major action. The NSSL says the cap is breaking. Tower's going up 30 miles off the dry line.
Oh, just talk fast and say things no one really understands.
Well, what do you want her to do? Talk slow and give an in-depth explanation to two characters who wouldn't need it?
And this was Philip Seymour Hoffman's big role, right? Yeah. He was doing just little things before this, I believe, and this was the one that kind of put him on the map. I'd love to interview him and only talk about this movie.
Well, that actually can be accomplished. With this dead celebrity seance kit I borrowed. Alright. There's some words I'm supposed to say, some hoodly doo.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Mr. Hoffman. I'm the film attorney. And I was wondering if we can get a few words about a film you did in 1996 called Twister.
You summoned me from the dead to talk about fucking Twister?
Yeah. That was a waste of energy. That was rude. Not like I asked for a picture.
They couldn't even get the music right for this movie because if I remember correctly, they used Van Halen's Human Being. Yeah. Van Halen was a great band, man. Who didn't love Van Halen growing up? And they picked probably the only song that sucked from the band. Human Being.
Well, now, I can't exactly attest to being a Van Halen expert. However, I do know somebody that is. Hey, Sid, is Human Being the worst Van Halen song?
Fuck no. Nah, that honor goes to, might as well jump, jump!
Hey, I never liked that neither. Now, give me some Dance the Night Away. You want to talk about some Van Halen. That was some good Van Halen.
Yeah, well, like you said, you're not a Van Halen expert.
It's the wonder of nature, baby!
When they're chasing their first tornado.
Yeah, they would play like storm songs real loud. Here's the music, man! And there'd be speakers on the outside of the van. So because it's so extreme and they're so cool that they need like music playing.
You want the storm to hear it?
Yeah, here it is! Yeah, strap in, man! Crank it up! We're cool dudes! They're the good guy storm chasers. The bad guy storm chasers are just listening to the weather.
Oh, yeah, that's why the movie only focuses on them when the tornado is sucking them up. I mean, if you think this movie stinks now, what if it was just these guys talking about weather for 90 minutes?
Through this evening, southwest winds will increase by early afternoon, then become westerly by early evening as a strong cold front pushes across the area. Widespread wind gusts of 45 to 55 miles per hour are expected with a few...
Thank you. Well, come to think of it, let's probably see what's going on with the weather. Excuse me a moment. Jesus Christ, what a jump roll. What the hell are you in?
Dude, I love your show, dude!
Yeah, thank you.
You know, Opie and Anthony.
Oh, that kind of hurt.
Have a drink!
You might want to come inside. We got cows. All right, I'm back. Where were we?
We meet the evil Twister team.
Yeah, nah, come on. They're the evil chasers. Jonas. Of course, they they went to the same place to learn, and one of them becomes like the good guy that wants to help everyone, and the other one gets the corporate sponsorship.
Well, how bad can the bad guys be? Like, what do they want to do? They want to make the tornadoes deadlier? Like, they're not killing enough people.
I don't think Twister's trying to push an anti-corporate message. I think it's just a story about loving what you do, as opposed to just doing it for the money. Like, take, for instance, the art of stand-up comedy. Isn't a stand-up comic whose material comes from his own real-life observations about himself, his relationships, or his overall experiences here on the great planet Earth? Or is it this guy who just steals their material?
What's up? What's up?
fucked up, man. You know what I'm getting sick of, man? I'm getting sick of pedophiles. Pedophiles ruined everything, man. You used to be able to hang out with kids and talk to kids and teach you stuff. You know, you pat them on the head, hey, Rusty, what's going on? And now every time I see a kid, man, I'm just like, whoa, get that thing away from me, you know? See, my hands are way up here. I don't have wood, look.
Dude, you fucking stole that from Bill Burr.
But, you know, kids do weird stuff, man. Kids, me and my friend used to play a game. We'd be walking down the road, right? And one of us just yell, Monster Rain! And then we'd run away to get away from the monster rain. You know? We'd run away, we'd hide under the porch and blow each other.
Well, you don't think we know who Jim Norton is, you fucking hack?
It's a bit of a cold room here. Let's liven things up, all right?
Yeah, what's some original material?
My next bit, right? I need you to stay with me on this one, all right? I'm going to require a watermelon and a mallet.
That applies to tornado chasers, too. Let's move on. And we see the difference maker in this scene where Bill and Joe contact Jonas to advise him to anchor the pack being this thing.
This is Joe. Can you hear me?
Not now, Harding.
Jonas, listen to me. The pack is too light. The twister will toss it before it reaches the core. You have to anchor.
But because he is a cutthroat competitive turd, he ignores their advice along with the warnings that the tornado's changing directions. And he winds up gone with the wind.
He said I'll love you till I die.
Film attorney. Twister upon retrospect may not be a great movie in terms of character development or well-told story, but if you saw this film in 1996 in the theaters, Twister was pretty cool. But the movie's main focus is tornadoes wrecking stuff. Definitely gives you a lot of that, with some pretty impressive effects, especially given the general quality of CGI in those days. I'm a film attorney, and for now, the defense.
I got a tree on my house.